Welcome to the Santa Cruz Coffee Break. If you're watching on YouTube or listening on Apple Podcast, please follow, hit the like button, or any subscribes. It really helps us with the algorithms. Santa Cruz Coffee Break is produced by the Santa Cruz Guitar Players Forum. All opinions are those of the speakers. We invite you to join us on the Santa Cruz Guitar Players Forum at SCGCPF for more fun. Now, let's get on with this installment of Santa Cruz Coffee Break. Well, we would like to welcome everyone to the 111th, I can't believe it, Santa Cruz Guitar Players podcast. And today we bring back Larry Sogolow from Organic Sounds Guitars in Southern California. We haven't spoken to Larry, although Larry and I kind of talk a lot over Facebook and stuff like that. But we haven't really spoken to Larry formally for about a year. We just were figuring out. And Larry just came back from Santa Cruz during Car Week, the bravest man in the world. And
Funny, I didn't know about that until you told me. We didn't see any of the. Well,
yeah,
maybe I was in the right place or not in the wrong place.
no, you were completely in the right place
Right.
because being in the wrong place was not a happy 10 days. So welcome.
Thank you. Thanks, Richard. Good to see you. Good to see you, Tad.
Good to
Richard,
see you
just before
too.
thank you. Thank you. Before we start, congratulations to you. I've been reading about your successes with
Oh,
your book, and
oh, it's such a great learning experience
it
because
looks
it's
like it's
this
right up my alley. I haven't read it yet, but I read the review that you posted a link to a few days
that
ago.
that
It gave
New
a little
York
bit of a synopsis of the book, and I'm
that
looking forward to reading it. And it's as a fellow dog person,
yeah.
it's right up
It's
my
not
alley.
it's not an easy read,
Yeah,
and Tad was responsible for a whole bunch of it,
yeah,
with allowing me to be up there and get my head clear to write and stuff like that. But
mm,
now we're lining up podcasts,
uh,
and it's like juggling 86 plates in the air all at one time. You're that guy in the circus where you're just doing this, and
yeah.
you don't want one to fall, for sure. But
Richard's
yeah,
chance to be on the other end of the microphone.
yeah. How about that? Um,
Well, I wish you much success with it. I think
well, thank
that's
you
quite
very
an
much.
achievement, and
It's very kind.
excellent.
I'm kind of in the middle of two right now, and
Mm,
and it's it's sure a different world, but
yeah,
one that has taught me a bunch and made some serious changes in my life. So I'm really
yeah,
happy about that. Thank you. That was nice. So Larry
yeah.
posts some of the most, I think probably the most active. If you want to hear a guitar on Facebook, that's the place you want to be friends with
Hmm.
because he is consistent. I don't know. What are you doing? Two, three a week?
I try to average at least, well, I try to do a minimum of one and sometimes two or three a week. It
Yeah.
depends on how many new guitars I have in the shop or, you know, how motivated I am. But I don't skip any weeks. I try to get at least one out every week.
And it's really great because you're really seeing somebody playing it, and it's well recorded. It sounds great. You know,
Thank you.
I think that's an Edwina microphone. Is that
It is. It
is
is.
yeah,
The Ear Trumpet Labs mic.
yeah.
And I kind of simplified things. I used to try to do the stereo with the two mics and I found that Ear Trumpet Labs, the Duina, is a very forgiving mic in terms of placement. And it sounds great. And it's just the setup is so much easier with just, one good quality mic in roughly the right place. And I'm happy with it. And to be honest, most folks who listen to it are either listening through their cell phone or through their laptop. And so even though I do my best to make it sound good, it doesn't necessarily sound the best on their end. But I get some good feedback, and honestly, I probably get more sales from the YouTube channel and the social media posts than anything else. It gets me customers, which is nice.
That's the point. You
and
know,
it keeps me on my toes.
yeah, that
Yeah,
well, it,
yeah.
it keeps your playing really sharp,
No, thank you.
really
To,
sharp.
Today we're recording this. I don't know when it'll be uh, posted this interview, but we're doing
Next
it on a
interview.
Tuesday. So Tuesdays is my day for recording. So
Okay,
when
let's.
we're done here, I have a lot. I do a live stream these days on every week on Tuesdays on Instagram, and then I'll set everything up for the YouTube. I film for YouTube, and then I take a version of that and put it on Instagram and Facebook, and so that's my Tuesday.
Geez, when do you have time to sell guitars?
Yeah, Wednesday through Saturday most.
um,
Yeah.
you have really enhanced the store experience with your concerts.
Yeah, the concerts are fun. The concerts are fun. It's funny now that it's becoming more known that we actually put on some live events. I have a lot of folks reach out about wanting to play because a lot of musicians are looking for a place to play, of course. And I'm really picky because a couple of reasons. I don't have a restaurant, I don't have a bar, there's no automatic built-in audience here. And so I make sure that anybody who reaches out knows that we need to be able to bring people in to make it worth our while. And it's kind of, between you and I and whoever might be listening, it's kind of a lot of work, getting the place set up with all the folding chairs and getting the sound set up and doing, putting out the marketing, the social media. So I tend to be picky who I accept in, but I've met some just wonderful people, and it's so much fun for me to work with some of these musicians and put on these shows, and it's really gratifying. We've got a really cool one coming up in a couple weeks. Adam Levy's going to play here. I don't know if you
Oh
guys know
wow!
Adam.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
With Chris Bruce, who's going to be here from New York. And Adam's going to teach a workshop in the afternoon, which I'm really looking forward to. He's one of those players who's just so tasteful and soulful in terms of his approach to guitar playing. I can't wait for the workshop and the concert, and those kind of things are tremendously fun. Yeah,
You should have Lisa Lou down there.
I would love to have Lisa down here.
She's uh,
Um,
she's tearing up San Francisco.
yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, she really is. Uh, if she's not playing on the street, she's playing a big show, and she's doing a lot of stuff for the city in
yeah.
terms of school support, and she's playing her brains out. I mean, she
I
is.
know you've interviewed her on the podcast before. I love her playing. I love her music. There's so many players that I would love to bring down here. I'm not in Los Angeles. I'm in Orange County, and it's not really a destination place for a lot of folks, unless it's NAMM Week, right? The big trade show. So getting folks interested in coming down for a show, they have to have a reason to be here. But I would love to have her. I'd love to have Eric,
Yeah.
I, and I've told him that, but one of these days maybe Carolyn. I'd love to have Foy Rogers come play in my stage.
Oh,
That would be
Oh,
so.
yeah.
oh boy,
Uh,
they just had her. They just had her birthday Saturday at El Vaccaro,
yeah,
which has become really quite a great venue for local people. I mean, I shot somebody there 5 years ago, and
yeah.
it was very unattended, and now they packed the place. So
Hmm.
they had her birthday party there last Saturday.
How fun! How fun.
Yeah, did you
Speaking of
see
live
that?
music, just a quick shout out to Brenda. I watched her. We watched her perform last Saturday night when we were in Santa Cruz. Brenda, you guys know Brenda really well, and I know her. She's a buddy, one of my favorite people, and she's a ripping good guitar player too.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
She has an old amp of mine. She has my
yeah,
old Blues Junior, and she's a killer player.
she is.
Yeah, boy, first time I heard her, I was like, okay, okay.
She was supporting I don't remember the name of the band, but it was like an Afrobeat. I think musicians from Nigeria, I want to say. And it was fantastic music. I mean, Debbie, my wife, was, from the moment we walked in, as an outdoor venue near downtown. And Debbie was dancing from the first second and never stopped. You know, it was really fun.
Yeah,
Really fun. Yeah,
yeah. I think she's really, really, really talented.
she is.
Yeah.
And a great person and a great, I love working with her at Santa Cruz Guitar Company and all
Yeah.
the folks there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Larry, we
Yeah.
we did our first podcast with you right about the time you opened the store.
Yeah.
How long ago was that? Because I can't
Four,
remember.
4 years this month.
4 years this month. Wow,
4 years this month. Yeah.
that's amazing.
We're still going, Tad.
Yeah, I know. I think
I'm
I'm
still
more than
going
four
too.
years older, though.
Yeah, yeah. It's
Wow.
it's very gratifying. I've learned so much in the last 4 years. You know, I had all sorts of ideas in terms of what this was going to be like 4 years ago, and a lot of it's held true, and a lot of it's changed. A lot of my feelings about what I want to, you know, how I want to focus the shop. My focus has narrowed a little bit. Um, in the beginning, I thought I had to really cover a wide range of price points, from, you know, a couple $100 all the way up to the high end stuff. And I found pretty quickly that the couple $100 guitars, no one comes here for those. You know, there are places where you can find those, you know, inexpensive instruments. I don't get those customers here. So I phased out some of those brands, and I've kind of specialized in brands that are a little more boutique, I guess, if you want to use that word. Nice instruments, harder to find in other places. And that's really become, you know, Santa Cruz has been my best-selling brand since I opened. Huss and Dalton a close second. Um, we recently added Collings, a little bit bigger company, but in kind of that same level of, you know, craftsmanship and boutique level instruments. And that's actually brought me a lot of attention since we added Collings, which is a lot of fun. Um, we just added a brand called Iris,
Yep.
and Fairbanks, which come from the same factory in Vermont. The first guitar I got from Dale Fairbanks was a revelation. It was just a wonderful instrument, and it sold in no time flat. And so I ordered some more. Goodall is another brand that we added. And you know, you get really spoiled being around these instruments. People who come in, all the customers, you know, the ones who come in the shop to play versus the online ones, come to the shop to play, and there's so many things to play here. It's just an embarrassment of riches, really. You start to play these great instruments, and it's just, you know, this one blows your mind, and until you pick up the next one, and that one blows your mind, and then, you know, as often as not, people end up falling in love with something they had no idea they were going to love, which is a lot of fun. I think that's the real value of
Mhm.
having a shop where you can come in and try some of these instruments that are hard to find, right? You order it online and you get it at home and you think this is the greatest thing you've ever played, but you never compared it with the other, you know, 60 or 80 guitars in the shop. So,
Well,
uh,
the online purchase of acoustic guitars is a recipe for disaster. I think. I really, you know, unless they really know what they're getting, you know, because they really do need to play it. You know, I think anyway. Because it's
it helps.
yeah. Keith, we did this interview with Keith and Richard recently, and Keith said something about, you know, these guitars become my gift to the people that listen to me, and that becomes a very big part of what I do. And when the musician connects with the instrument at that level, you get magic.
Yeah,
You
and I
really
like
do.
that. And that's what I try to tell a lot of customers that, you know, because a lot of people will narrow down to two or three and they just can't decide. And really the question is, which one inspires you?
Yeah.
You know, when you play it, it works this way for me. If I pick up an instrument and all of a sudden I find myself playing something that I haven't played before, right? And where did that come from? You know, and a lot of it comes from just, you know, and there's the whole feel of it also. You know, you feel vibrating against you, the feel
Mm.
of the neck and the finish, and
Ugh.
aesthetics, as much as we don't like to admit it, aesthetics are important. You know, do you like the way it looks? Do you like the way you look with it?
Hmm.
Is it a comfortable size for you? And is the setup right? Is the neck carve work for your hand? I find some instruments, even though I think that they're perfect, I make more mistakes playing it. And some I just play and I don't seem to make mistakes. And the guitar is teaching you what you like. And
Yeah,
so I,
it, it
I agree.
I just actually Keith and I took delivery of guitars. They were in the spray booth together. We took delivery at the same time, and he called me about 2 days later, and he said, "How's your guitar?" And I said, "It's complete. It's completely magical. I mean, I pick it up and I'm playing something as you said I've never played before,
Yeah.
and then I'm hitting a couple notes, and they're like, and this is an OM, and it's like vibrating through my chest like a big dreadnought, and I'm like, is there a button in there somewhere, that gets pushed every once in a while? And I think he said he's written 4 or 5 new things, in the 2 months he's had it, and I got a list of ideas, of things that I've been writing, and it just I sit down and all of a sudden there's something coming out of it.
Yeah. And Santa Cruz is better at that than anybody. Making an OM have the depth that you
Yeah,
don't expect out of a relatively small
yeah,
instrument.
yeah. It is a
Um,
small instrument.
and and even they're small. I have a Firefly here. I don't know if you've played many Fireflies. We've got one of the 50th anniversary Fireflies for sale, and the thing is so tiny. It's just a little thing, and it sounds like a bigger thing. It's amazing that they can do that.
Yeah, is
Uh,
that the size of a catfish, Keith?
no, it's
About,
smaller.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So the Catfish Keith is a single O, right? It's got some depth to it. It still feels like a substantial instrument. The Firefly is a little travel size. It's a little guitar, and it's almost for me awkward to play until you get used to. How do you hold it? It's too little. Do you hold it up here and play it? But it's so even the case is only this long, but just a cool sounding, great sounding little instrument. I've sold a couple of style ones, which is kind of the next step up in terms of size. Still a
Yeah,
parlor size, which are terrific. And then you get into the O's and the double O's and triple O's and so on, and you know how it goes.
yeah.
Yeah.
it's
Got to
it's
have one
just
of each.
it's just
You have
trouble.
one of each. Have one of each.
It's just trouble.
I just
Um,
put out a video was that just last week? I think it was just last week and I do these every once in a while just because they get a lot of attention. They're fun for me, where I take a bunch of different guitars and play the same song and then kind of edit it together so you can hear the differences. So this was a video with 7 Santa Cruz guitars, going from the smallest being the Firefly and the largest being um, a Tony Rice Dreadnought, and OM Grand, which is close to that size. Well, different shape, of course, but with an even wider lower bout, and an OM and a triple O and a double O. Yeah, I think I had an Eric Sky model double O in there, and what else am I leaving out? Oh, an H13 was in there, and you can it's kind of fun to splice it all together into one like 3-minute video where you can kind of bounce around and hear the difference in tone between the different guitars. And um, those videos, I do those every now and then, not that often because they're kind of a lot of work to edit it all together for me. But once you get them out there, people seem to pay more attention to those videos, and they're fun to make.
I'm going through a lot of historical footage because of the 50th coming up.
Yeah,
I'm going through. I've been videoing them since the 35th, and
yeah, yeah,
and I've been going through some of that historical stuff. And there's 21 minutes of Don Edwards that just the back of the hair stands up on your arms, when he's doing it. But there was this one wine and guitar event up at Big Basin with Scott Law and Bill Nershi. And I'm really anxious for them to start putting out some of those because I guess they had just been at Santa Cruz the day before, and there was 14 guitars
yeah.
up on stage.
Oh wow.
And it was like, what do you want to play? Let's
Like,
try this song on this one, and you play that, and Bill had just taken delivery of his custom model. The neck had been put on that afternoon,
yeah, wow.
and yeah, and just the level of that room in terms of musicianship.
Yeah.
I saw Don Edwards play for the first time at the only time actually at their 40th anniversary event.
Yeah,
And you're right. That was a man with so much
soul.
legitimate soul to him and power
Yeah,
in an understated way. Um,
yeah,
Very.
wow,
Yeah.
what a performer. He
yeah.
was that was a wonderful night too. That's when I first saw Catfish for the first time. Another amazing performer. I had Catfish on my stage here. We had an event last December, which was kind of the first, I think, of the official Santa Cruz 50th anniversary events. Is during the NAM week. Actually, not December, it was in January.
January.
And Brendan and I kind of were the masters of ceremony. Richard wasn't able to make it at the last minute. Unfortunately, he had something else come up. But Catfish was here and Adam Traum was here.
Ah,
Those guys both performed sets of their music and then played together. And that was tons of fun.
yeah.
Uh, and Santa Cruz is just some of the greatest artists, right?
If you follow Adam at all,
Yeah.
he's really stepped up homespun
Yeah.
in terms of what they're now releasing and things like that, and he's a good player.
He's a great player. He's a very good
Yes.
singer also.
Yeah, he is.
And he's like, and Catfish too is just the sweetest guy. I mean, these guys are just such great people.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've
Cat,
never seen Catfish not smile.
yeah.
Ah, just the nicest guy. And we had
Yeah,
James Nash here once, another terrific guy.
yeah,
It's just everyone's. I haven't come across anybody associated with Santa Cruz who I don't like a lot. I mean, everybody I like so much.
Catfish is just so amazing, and he plays a guitar, plays an acoustic guitar to the most extreme level imaginable. I mean, he's the kind of guy that if I would imagine if I were running a guitar shop and I heard somebody playing a guitar the way he played a guitar, I'd be rushing out there to go, "What are you doing?"
Hey, back off. I,
yeah,
you know how aggressive he is with his playing, and I asked him during the performance here. I said this is kind of one of those technical nerdy questions. I'm all about, what kind of strings do you use? Because I pictured, heavies, right? Because he tunes down also. He tunes down a full step. And no, he uses just plain normal light strings. And he somehow gets, on a short scale instrument, tuned down a full step, and he still can get that kind of amazing attack and response and all the pinch harmonics and stuff he
Oh
does.
yeah, yeah. And I swear he pulls those strings like 3/4 of an inch before he releases them.
yeah,
He's
yeah,
one he's one of
yeah.
the he's
Some of
one of
those some of those
huge
bends are just good
I'm a huge
God.
fan. He's one of a kind. I'm a huge fan.
I don't know
so
if you.
so oh, I was gonna say, Larry,
Yeah.
let's get 4 years of running the guitar shop.
Yeah.
You've had a chance to probably play every model, every wood combination, everything Santa Cruz has made. What has been the most surprising to you in terms of picking up and
Uh, I'll tell
exceeding
you,
your or
I'll tell you one that I love that I didn't expect to was the FS
mm,
fingerstyle model.
uh-huh.
Um, Cedar top, Indian rosewood. Um, Amazingly, it's not just a fingerstyle guitar, amazingly
Yeah.
versatile, super responsive guitar, kind of different tone than most of the kind of traditional sort of sounding Santa Cruzes. Um, that one was amazing. Other ones that stand out in my memory. Uh, let's see. Um, it popped in my head. I remember. I had an OM that I custom ordered. Remember, I used to live in the Santa Cruz Mountains, and the San Lorenzo River went right 50 yards away from my home. And so they had a collect, or they had collected some. Richard had collected some Santa Cruz, what do you call it? Sinker redwood out of the San Lorenzo River. So that was the river that went by my home. So I thought I got to order a guitar with the San Lorenzo Sinker redwood, and I did. And we paired it with African blackwood uh,
Wow.
in an OM, and that guitar was special. That was a special instrument. Um, I love the vintage artist.
Huh.
It's just kind of a standard sort of D18-ish dreadnought that has an amazingly warm and balanced and terrific tone to it. Um, what other ones? I have an H13 in the shop right now that was ordered with Adirondack top and rosewood instead of the standard kind of Sitka and mahogany. And I've liked every H13 that's come through the shop. Um, I I don't know. Is there's so it's there haven't been any bad ones, but you know how
Yeah.
it is. Guitars, you pick them up and you just think, oh my God, this thing is amazing. Um, one thing that's really cool, they've come out recently, the 50th anniversary models at a really friendly price point are every bit as good as every other Santa Cruz guitar that comes here. They now have this new line called the Founders Collection, which are also, as I know, I'm sure you know of, and they're going to be available in all sorts of different models. Um, the first one I just got a week or two ago. I haven't recorded with it yet. I'm going to record with it this afternoon. Is a triple O and standard woods, wonderful instruments. I really like Santa Cruz triple O's. Um, surprised? I don't. Maybe I'd be surprised if I get a bad one. Let's put it that way.
Did,
Um, yeah, go ahead. Go ahead, Rick.
on your visit, did you get into the wood room?
Yeah, oh yeah, yeah. And we
Oh,
picked up some sets for some custom orders.
did you see the piece of paper on the wall that says,
Yeah.
with the arrow down below that says, "Don't even ask"?
This was Richard's
R-
stack.
r- yeah,
Don't
don't
even
even.
look. It says don't even
Yeah.
look. And I'm like, I gotta look though. I didn't touch him.
Kind
Don't
of a
touch.
hastily written piece of legal pad, and I'm like, okay, I'm not going there.
I'm not going there. So I ordered a few guitars when we were there. With woods that I hadn't used from Santa Cruz. One's going to have that waterful Babinga set paired
Mm.
with a Fort Ross redwood top. That's going to be a killer guitar. One was a black and white ebony body. They were going to
Ooh.
a bear claw. I want to say a bear claw German spruce top. Uh,
Collect them all.
Wow.
yeah,
Yeah.
those are going to be really cool ones. Uh, um,
That's great.
couple
That-
others.
yeah.
One guitar I always wanted to play. I always liked the OM Grand model, but I never played one with a mahogany body, and so I ordered one, just to see what that's going to be all about. Um, yeah, it's fun getting these guitars in.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it's fun getting them in. I
Yeah.
have my one of my I was telling Tad before we started recording, when you own a guitar shop, you feel less of a need to own a bunch of guitars for yourself because I'm surrounded by all these great instruments. But I have three guitars I've kept for myself. They're acoustic guitars, and two of them are old Santa Cruz guitars. One of them is this one. This is an OMPW. Trying to get us the reflection isn't on it.
Yeah, it's
Just
okay.
spruce and mahogany and standard bracing, tight bond glue. It doesn't have the hide glue, doesn't have the addy bracing. Um, going back to what Tad said about, or you said it, no, you said it, Richard. Oh, look what he's got.
I was gonna say, funny you should mention that because that's pretty much the exact same guitar I
Very
keep with me
similar.
up here at the beach.
Ah, nice. This is a guitar that has the depth of a dreadnought, but the balance of an OM. And this one was built in 2007, I think. And I bought it before I opened the start of this business, and I've never had anything come through that I like better, you know. And I know you've said this in the past, Tad, how Santa Cruzes, they're great to start, they get better as they get older. And some of these old ones are just as good as anything I've ever played. Yeah.
Yeah.
Tell me about yours. What do you
Yeah.
I don't know when this was made. I'll have to look up the date. somebody was offering it at what I thought was an insanely good price.
Yeah.
And the only guitar, I'm up at the beach right now. The only guitar I had up here was a Harmony Dreadnought, an inexpensive one
Yeah.
that my wife's parents had bought her when she took guitar lessons in high school.
Yeah.
Uh, so needless, a guitar that I particularly enjoyed playing. So I brought this up to the beach, and I just love keeping it here. It's nice to not have to bring a guitar with me in the trunk of the car and all
Yeah.
the other stuff.
Yeah.
Um, but a nice basic Sitka Indian Rosewood Santa Cruz OM.
Yeah.
If you
It's
only had to
beautiful.
have one guitar the rest of your life, well, okay, mahogany. I do have a
Yeah.
very,
Yeah.
very
I see Richard's is kind of it's going in and out for some reason, but is that
Yeah,
also Richard?
yeah.
mahogany. I think it's a vastly underrated wood.
Oh,
It's an unbelievable piece of mahogany, and you can't really
Yeah,
see the top,
yeah.
but it's a addy top with
oh,
just the most. It's not bear claw. It just shimmers.
yeah, yeah.
It just shimmers. I'm like,
Just well quarter sawn.
yeah, oh boy, oh boy, big fun.
So I we appreciate Larry. I was going to ask you one more question. Based on the 4 years of experience you've had running that shop,
Yeah.
what do you see looking forward 4 years? What do you want to
That's
expand? What do you want to, what?
What's happening kind of organically. I try to throw in that word whenever I can, given the name
Yeah.
of the shop. Is the shop is becoming a little bit better known amongst folks who like these kind of instruments. And my goal isn't to grow the business as large as I can. At this stage of my life, I don't really want to have an enormous business. I would consider it if I had a younger person in with me who wanted to become part of the business, who wanted to dedicate their lives to it and their career to it, then I would consider expanding my space. I've got 1,200 square feet here. Right next to me is 1,200 more that's vacant. I would consider bumping out and adding other instruments and adding, pedals and amplifiers and keyboards and all this kind of stuff. But that's not really where I'm at. I just kind of want to keep it steady, um, and keep enjoying what I'm doing. If it ever becomes a money pit, which as long as our economy kind of keeps chugging along, I don't think it will. As long as I make more money than I put out, and enjoy doing what I'm doing. I think organically, because every year has gotten better than the last. I keep going up in sales every year by about 25% over the previous year so far. We'll see if that trend continues. And again, just become fairly picky, and narrow my focus and just be known. I'd like the shop to be known for carrying
Yeah.
some of these brands that I love, and people can find a good selection here, and just keep having fun, doing lessons, doing the shows that I enjoy. That's all. That's what I see for the
Well,
next few years.
it's official. You've made me want even more to open a guitar shop.
Anytime you need advice, I'll help. I'm willing to offer it. Happy to do that for you. Happy to do it.
well,
Yeah, no, I'm having a good time.
I just want to say that you know, Buffalo Brothers, when they were there, they were a destination.
Yeah,
And I think you're becoming a destination. I mean,
thank you.
you're not that far out of Los Angeles. You're not that far from San Diego. I mean, yeah, everything in Los Angeles can be 10 hours away, or it can
True.
be 45 minutes. And as you do that, you become more of a destination. I mean, people that I talk to that hadn't heard of you know about you. And
Thank
it's
you.
like when I'm
And
going to
your
get what.
podcast is one of the things. Actually, the podcast that I did with you actually sold me a guitar to fellow in Brisbane, Australia, a couple weeks ago.
Oh,
He
that's
said he
great.
first learned of us through your podcast. He was a Santa Cruz fan.
Oh,
So,
that's great.
yeah, no, I appreciate you saying that. And a lot of the folks who come here, because you can't really see the storefront from the street. So it isn't very often that someone just says, "Oh, guitar shop, I'm going to go check it out." It's more people who drive here from somewhere.
It's in
And
their
I get,
search,
yeah, yeah, I get a
it,
lot of folks who drive from LA or San Diego or out in the desert or whatever. They come here because they learn about some of the brands that we carry and they want to try some of these cool instruments.
yeah, I mean, you really
So,
don't have that much competition down there.
Yeah, I know.
You know,
True,
Larry,
true.
what are you using for video there?
So I have a Canon EOS R.
That's
Um,
that's what you're on right now?
no, no. Oh, right now,
Oh,
no.
yeah.
I'm on MacBook Pro.
Swing your screen around. Let people see the inventory you have and everything. I mean, that's what I would love to see
Okay, let's
is just how much you've got.
here. I don't know if I can swing it around, but I'll take you a
Okay.
little walk around the shop. Get this room over
There
here.
we go.
You'll see some Beard guitars, my friends from Beard in Hagerstown, Maryland. Some Larrivee, a bunch of Larrivee guitars. I don't know if it's in focus. If I'm in the camera, you can't see it. Let's see.
no, we got it.
Yeah, it looks
Larrivee
good.
folks from up the coast in Oxnard. There's some Gallagher guitars up here.
Mm.
If I walk over to the stage, you'll see my small collection of electric guitars that we have for sale and some resonators from National. Electric guitars from, oh, I know which one Richard wants to see. That blue one.
If it had a wrap tailpiece,
That's
it'd
from
be gone.
Hudson Dalton. This is a Julian Lage model Collings, and here's that old 335 that I told you about a few minutes ago. Going
Nice.
into the blue room. This is where you'll find the real fun stuff. So all the Santa Cruzes are over here, and I've got, oh, I don't know, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. There's some Santa Cruzes over there. I've got 10 or 12 Santa Cruzes in the shop right now. Here's
That
a
really shows the size of a PJ or a Firefly. I mean,
Firefly. There it is. It's,
yeah.
it's tiny. It's tiny. Must be a cool old parlor. This is an old Lion and Healy. It's about 100 years old. Really
Nice.
cool instrument. Sounds good. Froggy Bottom, there's a 12-string used Hudson Dalton, a couple of Collings. Here are all my Hudson Daltons on this wall, a bunch of Loudons over here. My first Iris down there, some McNally guitars. And that's basically the lay of the land. There's some cool stuff in the case here. There's a 1940 Martin Archtop.
Ooh.
There is a James Olson guitar up there, a used one, which is cool. And then back here is where, we store all the stuff, and I've got a workbench and boxes and so on and so
Always
forth.
all the cases that are a problem.
Yeah, you got to find room for those cases, no question about it. Got to find room for the cases.
Well,
So that's it. That's my
thank you.
thought. I guess you didn't see the front desk. It's kind of a mess right now, but
Yeah.
that's where I
That's
sit
okay.
and work. And I'm trying to get my head out of those screen strings and capos and winders and stuff like that I sell.
Well, thank you very much. We
Yeah.
really appreciate it. You're always a joy. Stop by sometime when you're up here.
Yeah.
Or-
Come on down. Don't come during car week, but but come on down.
Yeah, let us know next time you're coming up this way. We can meet you halfway.
That'd be a lot of fun. Absolutely. We should
We'll
do
figure
that.
it out.
And if you guys come down, but you're always welcome at the shop. And I know, NAM week. Tad, once I saw you at NAM. I don't know if you guys like to come. It's a madhouse and
Yeah,
a total
probably won't do that
suit.
again.
But if you ever do, we always host events here during NAM week because everyone's in town from all around the world. And sometimes we get some good players to play here. So that's all fun.
I think if
And
you
I,
had
and I
a,
sure appreciate you having me on. I always enjoy talking to you guys.
I
And
think
wish-
if you had a burrito stand next door, maybe that's what that 1,200 feet becomes.
that would be okay as long as the smells didn't kind of permeate
Yeah, yeah. Move
to
over
the
would probably
acoustic
be hard.
guitars. We'd be okay with that.
Well, yeah, we have to thank you, Larry, for sharing the dream a lot of us have.
My pleasure. My pleasure.
Enjoy Southern California today. Um,
Thanks.
this will probably go up in the next couple days, so
Okay.
we'll let you know and spread it around. And thanks so much for your energy and your time.
Thank
Yep.
you, Richard. Thank you, Ted.
We'll make sure to include links to all your various social media feeds who aren't already connected can get in there and connect.
Sure appreciate that. Thanks so much. Hey,
We hope you enjoyed this installment of the Santa Cruz Coffee Break. For more music-related fun, please join the Santa Cruz Guitar Players Forum at scgcpf or santacruzguitarplayers.com. If you have any questions or possible podcast topics, please contact us. If you have a product or service that you feel would be of value to our listeners, please consider adding your support and keeping the coffee pot on. Contact us for more information. We ask that you hit the like, follow, bell, or bookmark buttons so we can keep you informed of upcoming podcast episodes. We hope you enjoyed Santa Cruz Coffee Break. Now it's time to go play your guitar.